And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the monastery, the open bar of the internet, the world's greatest shit show, and the place where we, the good brothers and sisters of this most holy of temples, seek enlightenment through the drunkest, craziest, and most batshit ways possible. I am your one and only gaming monk, better known as Mildra, and with me I have a returning good brother to the temple, previously here for a multitude of games under the Era universe, to the point where I'm not going to list them all. And now coming back to us with Era Crueltide, which only started a few days ago and is already well past its original funding goal of £300. Currently at £783, or $1,030. The one and only Ed Jowett. How you doing today, man?
I am doing great. Thank you for having me back.
Mm-hmm.
You are the first person I've sat down and spoken to about Era Crueltide, so you're first.
Yep.
Thank you so much for fitting me in.
Mm-hmm.
I think batshit is exactly what we're in for today. So hang on to your hats, listeners and viewers. This game is a bit crazy.
So I suppose I should rip the Band-Aid right off and go a horror-leaning adventure within the Era system, themed around the revenge of the jack-o'-lanterns. How the hell did we get to this?
Comedy.
Yeah, how the hell did we get to this kind of almost this kind of horror comedy that wouldn't be far removed from Evil Dead, if I'm being honest?
It's a funny story. I watched the trailer for Red 1. The Rock and Chris Evans, the Christmas movie last year.
Yeah.
I watched the trailer for it, right? It got served to me on YouTube or something. I don't even remember. And I was like, this movie is going to be bad. And I am 99% sure I could do something far more fun, crazy, and just straight up brutal for no reason other than I can do it. So I came up with this idea, and again, if you've seen the movie Red 1, which I did actually after I wrote the game, and it was pretty terrible, Santa Claus was kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, great. And the movie Red 1 went off in its own direction, whatever. It doesn't matter. Santa was kidnapped. Fine, cool. In my version, the jack-o'-lanterns are getting increasingly upset about Christmas getting earlier every year. Right? I mean, validly so.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, right, Christmas is eventually going to envelop Halloween, and we will cease to exist. Can't let that happen. Let's cancel Christmas by capturing Santa, kidnapping him. He's too strong to kill. But, we could kidnap him and hold him until after Christmas, and then he's at his weakest. So then we might be able to kill him and end Christmas forever. Right? Win.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, jack-o'-lanterns aren't massively blessed in the leg department. So they need to get help. And while they do have the Headless Horseman to help them out, obviously, they decided that what they would do is tell the snowmen that if Christmas doesn't come, then they'll never melt, because, Christmas can't come to an end and the snow won't thaw, right?
Mm-hmm.
The snowmen are dumb as a bag of snow, so they don't realize that this is not true at all. So they, pull out their claws and go in and sort of slaughter all of the elves. They slaughter all of the elves. Not all of them, about 2/3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Blood everywhere, kidnap Santa, and take him away.
Mm-hmm.
And so that leaves Mrs. Claus and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with no choice but to call on anyone they can get hold of in order to help them rescue Santa.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the fun bit comes in, because you can play literally anyone or anything. I've had one character which I really enjoyed playing with, he was an elf called Rainbow Sparkles.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the most foul-mouthed character I have ever played with. Every word, like every other word, was a swear word.
Mm-hmm.
And he had PTSD from the last Krampus war, where they fought Krampus, right? And he had been involved in that. And, after that, he'd retired to the workshop. But, they reactivated him to, go out and do this. The other person who went along on that particular session was the Snow Queen. From Hans Christian Andersen.
Mm-hmm.
So she was, cold as ice and, just making snow everywhere and so on. So Mrs. Claus and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer imbue these characters with Christmas magic. Mm-hmm. And again, I'll come back to some more characters later, I'm sure. But we've had some crazy ideas, and I've made most of them happen. Mm-hmm. So they imbue them with Christmas magic, which is pun-filled magic of various, like holding your head in your hands level puns. Mm-hmm. Fur real, F-I-R, fur real, mm-hmm. which makes forest of Christmas trees appear. And get in the way of any like attacks that are coming against you. Mm-hmm. Ice to meet you, which causes the target the spell to become, it's like a charm spell. They become your friend. Okay. You can even inflict claustrophobia on people, which means that if it's anyone who's anti-Santa Claus, they have a horror effect on them until they can overcome it. So there are all kinds of random and weird spells that you can have. Mm-hmm. And then you are sent out to go and find Santa Claus, navigating this world of all kinds of mythical creatures. I mean, I've already covered a couple, but the Easter Bunny has turned to join the pumpkins, the jack-o'-lanterns there, and the leprechauns and Cupid and the Lunar New Year dragon. Mm-hmm. You name it, they're all threatened by Christmas. They don't like what's going on with Christmas getting earlier and earlier.
Oh yeah. I don't know why, but as you described it, I had this envisioning of someone playing a legally distinct version of Tiame from the Hogfather Knight story, who it's on the side of good if for no other reason than no one tries to kill Santa but me. I hate having competition.
There you go. It's brilliant. We've had some characters which were really quite fun as ideas that came up on the Kickstarter. Mm-hmm. And what I'm trying to do is sort of give Kickstarter backers the opportunity to say, well, I want to see this character, and then that's the next stretch goal. The one I just announced today is Mariah Carey, but she didn't get unfrozen on November the 1st. Mm-hmm. So there's this meme of Mariah Carey being unfrozen by like a pumpkin head guy with a hairdryer, right? Mm-hmm. So, but obviously the pumpkins don't want that to happen, like Christmas to happen. So they leave her frozen and they wrap her in wrapping paper and label it "Do not open until New Year." And Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer sends Blitzen, because obviously, he's got the other reindeer to go help, right? Mm-hmm. So he sends Blitzen to go and investigate these rumors that she's not been unfrozen because nobody's heard any of her songs playing in supermarket stores or whatever, mm-hmm. right? And Blitzen finds her and rescues her, and she all she wants for Christmas now is revenge. I've got Abel the cinnamon roll. Mm-hmm. He's a cinnamon roll. He is a walking cinnamon roll. He's got arms and legs, and he's a cinnamon roll. Like people draw arms on birds. You know that? Yeah. Like that's how I imagine him looking, like with the few pixels wide, like completely black arms and legs, and that's mm-hmm. what he's got. And he's a cinnamon roll. Mm-hmm. He's also an alcoholic.
As you do.
Go work that one out. I'm not gonna try. I've got Jack, the renegade jack-o'-lantern, who thinks his friends have just gone a little bit too far this time. Mm-hmm. They just need to calm it down just a bit. right? Yeah, you name it, you can be pretty much whatever you like. I've had a suggestion for Sherlock stocking, which I was able to use in a rather humorous update that I made today. Rudolph's log, the 5th day of looking for Santa. Sherlock stocking is smoking a disturbing amount of tinsel. He says it's a 3-pipe problem, but I don't know if we have that long. It's been so much fun. I've just been able to just come up with completely insane things.
And I did like that little side note you put in the Kickstarter. We make no excuses or apologies for Ed's sense of humor. But
we make no excuses or apologies for Ed's sense of humor. There is no point. There's no point.
But
I should say that there are some cool weapons you can have as well. You can have Lego pieces that you throw on the ground as caltrops.
Oh yeah.
You can have a Christmas tree to hit things with. There are several kinds of armor, but the ones that leap out at me are the Christmas jumper, and then the much more protective, ugly Christmas jumper.
Yeah, of course, because we gotta have the ugly sweater.
Way more useful. Yeah, everyone's gonna hesitate to hit you if you're wearing an ugly Christmas jumper.
There are 2 things that have been the target of abuse on Christmas every year for most of my life that I have to ask if they have some kind of presence here. The first of them is eggnog.
So, I was just writing another Rudolph's log because I've got another one coming up shortly. And they've run out of cocoa in this log that I'm doing for how the search for Santa's going, right? They've run out of cocoa, or they're very, very low. Rudolph himself has not had a cup in 4 days, he says in his log. And then, to make things worse, Abel's drunk all the eggnog. Abel, the walking cinnamon roll that's an alcoholic, has drunk all the eggnog. None left. It's all gone.
Yep. And like I said, eggnog is one of those things that people either love to death or want beaten to death.
I've never had it. It's purely an American thing, as far as I can tell. It doesn't seem to exist in this country. So there you go.
Yeah, I've had it. Nobody I know likes it. Some people swear by it, but to that I often say it's a free country and you are free to be wrong.
Indeed.
The other thing, which might also be a very American thing, but I never see anyone willingly eat it, is fruitcake.
Oh, I love fruitcake. How dare you? No, Christmas cake is... I adore fruitcake. Like, fruitcake as we mean it in this country, which may be slightly different. I'm not entirely sure. But what we get is like... it's not quite like Christmas pudding. I don't like Christmas pudding. It's sweeter and maybe a bit drier. And it's got dried fruit in it. And usually it's iced around as well.
Yeah, that's not too far from how...
I love it. I love fruitcake. I have not lampooned fruitcake in any way whatsoever yet. I will have to bear that in mind. Yeah. Abel the walking cinnamon roll is as close as I've got.
Yeah. There was an incident a long time ago where we ended up getting some fruitcake that was hard as a rock. So figuring waste not, want not, I got out a circular sander, sanded the thing down, and turned it into a curling stone.
All right then, fair enough. One of the interesting things about the game actually is it runs on the Era D10 Lite rule set.
Yeah.
Friction ran on the Era D10 Lite rule set, and Kaiju had a similar setup. But the thing I did is, ages ago, I saw a Reddit post, and this Reddit post said that one day they wanted to see a game that ran on nothing but might, moxie, sense of wonder, grit, the cut of your jib, and I forget what the other one was, but it was like, I just want these to be your only like attributes and skills, right? Mm-hmm. I got pretty close with this game. It was might, moxie, luck, wonder, as in sense of wonder,
Mm-hmm.
grit, and magic. So those are your 6 stats in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Moxie being sort of the both persuading and resisting persuasion kind of deal, or indeed intimidating. Might being your physical strength. Your sense of wonder being kind of your investigation, your reasoning, those sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
Grit obviously being defense, whether physical or mental.
Mm-hmm.
And magic, I think you can probably work out.
Yep.
And luck, very similar to all of my other games.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I came up with.
Mm-hmm.
Sheer insanity.
Yeah.
But I think we like it that way.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been bullying people for years to accept Honk Father Night into the Christmas canon, so maybe why not?
Fair enough.
Because well, that special is part of the required viewing list every holiday season for me.
Up there with Die Hard, is it?
Yeah. Die Hard and Endless Waltz.
Okay. I'll tell you one that is good. A Christmas movie that I caught last Christmas, recommended by my friend. It was called... Oh, what was it called? It was a wordplay on Silent Night. It was it starred David Harbour. I can't think what the name of it was. Oh, it's just gone out of my head. Oh, that's so annoying. It was actually really quite fun. And it's got Violent Night. That's it. And it's got oh my goodness, I am so bad with names. The bad guy is oh dear, it's on the tip of my tongue. He played Luigi in the Mario Brothers movie, but John Leguizamo. Thank you. John Leguizamo is the bad guy, and he's great fun. David Harbour is this kind of gritty Santa, like it's actually quite a good watch. It was actually quite a lot of fun. He's trying to,
Santa is hilarious to me because I made a joke tweet years ago about basically taking the Hither Came Conan the Barbarian and replacing it with Santa.
It's like that.
One image I came across that
it is like that. It is a bit like that. Like he is. So in that movie, Santa is like this, like barbarian war veteran, basically. Big axe and whatnot, and it's left quite mysterious how he became Santa exactly. But as a result of what's going on in this house on this day, he sort of becomes the barbarian again and kills them all.
Yeah.
It's good fun. It's a giggle, that movie.
In all likelihood, he probably became Santa through, let's just say, Klingon promotion.
Yeah, probably. I did wonder about that. Yeah. But they aren't very clear about how it happened.
Yeah.
And the other one that I tried, and it is truly awful. Santa Jaws. That was bad.
Is that an asylum
That was
movie?
bad.
Sounds like an asylum movie.
I'm not entirely sure. I'm sorry. But a shark eats Santa, and then we go from there.
Yeah, I'd have to take a look at that because it sounds like something that the asylum would make, and they're the people who are responsible for those really, really god awful movies. The ones that go straight to DVD that are usually
like the Sharktopus ones, those sorts of ones.
Yes, that is.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Their production values, the production values of Santa Jaws are a lot lower than like the Sharktopus.
Yeah.
At least they tried in the Sharktopus.
They tried. Maybe they should.
They tried in the visual effects department. I mean.
Yeah.
This is just a shark wearing a Santa hat on its fin. I mean, it's It's not very sophisticated.
Yeah. But with that in mind, I know you mentioned that there's a lot of the puntacular Christmas magic spells, but is it a case where no matter what, every character is going to be starting with one of these spells?
That's right. Basically, yeah, the idea is that, as I said, Mrs. Claus and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer pulled together whoever would go looking for Santa and imbued them with Christmas magic and sent them out. So, everyone gets one spell to start with, and as they level up, they get an additional magic spell every 3 levels. Every 3 levels, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I can get that. And since obviously you're not really doing some sort of resource thing, using a spell is just a magic check.
Free action.
Yeah.
It's just a free action. You get to use it as often as you like. They're not super powerful, but some of them are useful. There's one here called "That's the Way the Cookie Crumbles." Discard the result of the last roll you did and retry it at a +1 threshold penalty. Yeah. So you make it a bit harder, but if you get one really bad roll, you can just retry.
Yeah. And given some of the spells that I've come up with, I could see some of my old notes flowing into this, because at one point I was in a creative frenzy and I made a bunch of spells that were blatant nods to Chuck Jones cartoons.
Right.
Chuck Jones, of course, being the godfather of Merry Melody / Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
And one of the OGs when it came to the golden age of animation. But one of the more frequent ones was, of course, Summon Anvil, which is not making an anvil appear out of nowhere. It's doing exactly what you think it is.
Well, I've got one called Having the Final Sleigh. SLEIGH. Yeah. It targets one enemy with 4 or fewer health. You conjure a sleigh which crashes into them, knocking them unconscious. Like literally, the sleigh just goes.
Yeah. And I know that if I'm running this at least one instance, I am going to make reference to one god-awful song that I had to put up with at a young age, and that is Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
I think another of my favorite spells is the Elf Taught Engineer. Which allows you to make an elf gadget with a wave of your hand, but it has to be Christmas themed or it won't work. So like it has to be like a tinsel grapple gun or maybe a present box trap. So you can make whatever you like, but if it's not Christmas themed, it just doesn't work because you're an elf taught engineer.
Yeah, I can see somebody making extending candy cane to use as a
pole vault.
A pole vault, or basically the equivalent of the Nioibo that Wukong has, that can just extend to as a potential length of yes.
Oh right, I see. Yeah, I mean no limits, and that's what this game is really all about. It's not got any limits.
Oh yeah.
It's got a lot of puns. It doesn't take itself very seriously, but when you think about it, when you take a step back from everything that I've just told you, what I've really done is open up a world of creatures, and I've already referred to the last Krampus War, for example. So we know that there's a history in this world, right? We know that before there has been some really bad stuff that's gone on, and I refer in a few of my Rudolph things. He was bullied by the other reindeer. That's what happened to him. Prancer has a weak heart because she's 200 years old. right? She's got a weak heart. So she faints at one point. It's sort of like this world. I can't help myself as a world builder to kind of go, okay, ha ha ha, I'm doing these silly things with Christmas, and here is a world that actually, imagine that all of the stories that we told each other were actually true. That all of these mythological or fairy tale beings actually really did exist.
Yeah.
And what would life be like for them and the people around them and the people who are affected by them? I just think that's a really interesting thing to look at and think about,
Yeah, and given the different traditions that you have across the world, there's a lot of ways to play around with.
A lot of potential to do all kinds of different things. Exactly. So, like I did say the Lunar New Year dragon is a thing, right? I think it's great for anyone to be able to include the things that they grew up with, where they want to, like, oh, you grew up with, I don't know, Lunar New Year dragon. Fine, cool, great. You include that in the game. There's absolutely no reason why that is not a valid thing to have,
Oh yeah.
And I think that's just a really nice aspect of this game in general. To sort of include those things and go, yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's completely valid. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
It never even occurred to me that anything would be, in inverted commas, wrong to include. It's Easter Bunny, Headless Horseman, the Grinch, ghosts and gremlins and skeletons and garden gnomes and Elf on the Shelf and whatever. Right? Whatever you would like to have, you can include.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, my Headless Horseman is basically the Headless Horseman from World of Warcraft. Like, as shown in World of Warcraft.
Oh, yeah.
More or less.
I do wonder if the Headless Horseman really hates a certain song from Queen. And
Possibly so.
If I'm running things, I would probably have it that if somebody plays that on a speaker or something, he just goes berserk and just starts smashing everything because of how much he absolutely hates that song because of years of torment with it.
That's a fun idea. And again, that's the point of the game, right? The idea is that you can put your own stamp on it. It's not supposed to be a really hefty game that is super serious and needs to be run perfectly, but it's also not just a one-shot. Like, there is no limit to what you can do with this game, given the world that it already builds on its own. And despite the fact it's not hugely long as a book,
no,
I think it works. I think it works well.
Isn't it?
It's a pocket book. It's 24 pages. That's it. It's really quite small.
Do you see that size expanding with stretch goals?
No. What I'll do is similar to what I did with Era Kaiju, and I will include a booklet along with it with extra materials that come from the stretch goals. So rather than the problem is, if I start adding extended pages to the book, I start affecting the print costs for that book. And therefore, I've then been giving the wrong charges for making the book, right? So I can't do that. I have to be really careful. However, I can go ahead and go, right, well, here's a digital booklet, and if you'd like to pay a couple of pounds extra, I will get some prints, and I'll throw this digital booklet in with your book when I post it, and it'll be a Kickstarter exclusive. And I think that's better for stretch goals as well, because I think stretch goals should only really reward the Kickstarter backers. I don't think that it's fair to give stretch goals to everybody, because they're supposed to be rewarding and thanking the people who decided to be early adopters, who decided to in inverted commas, take a risk on the game. So to me, I think that whoever it is that joins us on Kickstarter should be getting the best version of the game, because those are the people who made it happen. And I don't want anyone else to get a bad version of the game. The game's complete. There's no problem with it. But I don't think they deserve the extras sort of for free, you know, without thinking about it, that I'm making for the Kickstarter backers.
Yeah, I can certainly get that. Now,
I really want to, you know, the Kickstarter, it's about someone taking a risk on me. No matter, you know, you know me very well. I've been on here 100 times. You know that I make the games that I say I'm going to make. You know that I've actually already got a digital version of this. It's not quite final, but I've got a digital version of it. And it's pretty much ready to go. But you're still, to some degree, taking a risk on me, because the book is not in front of you. You don't pick it up in a store and go, oh, right, I'll buy this. I like it. You're going, I trust Ed. He's come up with some good games in the past. I'm going to back it. And I appreciate that, right? That's trust.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that trust deserves to be rewarded by me as far as I can.
Yeah, that I can totally get. Now, I believe you said that the goal is to have the book out before Christmas.
I want the book to be with everyone by Christmas, certainly, yeah.
Oh yeah. And let's see it. And I know you've done a handful of playtests already. Has there been any patterns that you've seen with how people build characters or adapt to the insanity that hits this thing?
I mean, that's a great question, and the honest answer is no. See, the thing is, everyone takes their own path on it, right? I had I've mentioned a few characters I've played with, but then there was the Scarlet Pumpkinelle, right? who had painted his pumpkin face scarlet and intended to obviously rescue Santa from captivity. It's like everyone, and there's been some suggestions like the Mariah Carey meme thing, or Connor the Bavarian, who is some kind of Conan the Barbarian kind of joke, but Christmas themed, right? I don't think that anyone has really taken the same approach to this as anyone else, from Rainbow Sparkles the elf to the Snow Queen, right? I mean, that's I'm gonna just come up with this really foul-mouthed PTSD elf who fought in the last war, versus no, I'm gonna draw a mythology from my home country, because that particular individual was Finnish. I think Finnish. No, I've got that wrong. Danish. Sorry, Sasha. I apologize. Danish. She wanted to draw on something from her home country that's sort of winter related. She built this whole backstory about how, Santa is sort of fellow winter royalty, and the Snow Queen wasn't going to let this pass, not particularly because she likes Santa, but, that kind of slight on winter royalty is a threat to her as well in the long term. Because if you'll kidnap Santa, you'll kidnap the Snow Queen, right? So, that's two completely different. And then we've got the Scarlet Pumpkinelle, which is like something different again. And I'm racking my brains trying to remember what the other person came up with. I don't recall. That was two separate sessions with two players at a time. I've had someone else run, and they were leaning into the Easter mythos that they grew up with. So there was this Easter lamb injured on the ground going, please help. That was their way of approaching it. It's like, you can do anything. There's no limit. There's no, you can't do this. And everyone looks at the Halloween through Christmas time, and I'm very aware of sort of Thanksgiving falling in that area for Americans, for the US. everyone looks at that time in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a good thing,
Yeah.
right? That's a wonderful creative thing, that what this has done is cause people to go, I'm going to do this. I want to do this. I want Sherlock Stocking. I want the Scarlet Pumpkinelle. You know, that's how I'm going to look at this. That's how I'm going to approach this.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's great.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. You know?
Mm-hmm. And I'll certainly be looking forward to seeing what sort of craziness comes out of the.
I mean, surely, late thawing Mariah Carey is the peak of crazy that's even possible, right?
I'm not going to jinx myself. I am not going to jinx myself there, because I know if I say something, I'm going to be eating my own words in 3 months.
I know I'm going to be eating my words in about 6 days. Yeah.
And also, don't call me Shirley.
Sorry, I apologize.
I had to make the airplane joke.
Absolutely.
But with that said, I do want to sincerely thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to come all the way to my monastery and enjoy the madness once again.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm. And anytime you see fit to return, the door is always open. As I often say around here, drinking is not mandatory, but it is encouraged.
So is insanity.
You don't have to be crazy to work here, but it does help.
It helps.
Mm-hmm. And of course, a sincere thanks goes to everyone who took the time out of their schedule to come onto the show to enjoy the madness. And there'll be plenty more where that came from, as there always is here, on the open bar of the internet. But until then, on behalf of the good brothers present and not present, my name is Mildra. I am your gaming monk. Stay fucking frosty, everybody.